This is Jim, aka Sir the Beta. I'm doing Streamsville for City Skylines, and I decided to jump in today because I wanted to play the game a little bit more, and I'm already dropping frames. Okay, it's doing fine now. And I figured out what was going on with the train station. It's got cats making noises, I think. Just a cat, I think. But I figured out what was wrong with the train station, so I wanted to continue what I was doing yesterday and also work on some fixing the traffic problems and okay, alright, come here, kitty. Wanted to finish working on the train station and some of the other stuff that I had planned. So, or excuse me, on the traffic and the things that I was working on before that got interrupted while I was trying to fix the metro and things like that. So, I figured out what was going on with the train station. Apparently there's a bug in City Skylines where if you the multi-line or the multi-platform train station cannot be the first station that you put down. So that means if it's for the actual trains, sorry, the cat is using my microphone as a scratching post to rub herself on. Stop it. If you use the you can't use the multi-platform train station as the first train station, even though it's available at the same time as some of the other ones. It can't be the first. So what I did was I put down, I took the train station that I had created before, the regular old train station, one platform train station, and moved it over here in the city services area, turned it on, then built this station again. Hooked up all the tracks with this rather horrible spaghetti. I will be working on trying to clean this up a little bit, but it does work. It's just kind of a mess. So I built that first, I let it run, and then as soon as it started generating trains and people were using it, and it spawns trains, it actually started having people use this. So even though more people were using this, because the train will stop at the first place it can get to in the city more often than not, it will... so we had a bunch of people lined up over here, but people were lining up on the station. And then, so you can see now there's a bunch of Sims kind of chilling out in the station waiting for a train. So basically all I did was turn this off. Just turned it off, and all the traffic moved over here, but it's still getting traffic. So trains are coming in and out. It says service 262 passengers. That is because I haven't had an actual passenger train through in a while, but when I first got this going and started running this, because there was apparently a glut of passengers that wanted to come through, I actually ended up, I think I hit like 1,500 passengers serviced in 1 week by this train station. So it is actually working, and eventually we'll see, you know, trains kind of either spawning here as the stack of people gets a little bit bigger. Trains will either spawn here, or trains will come in from the outside and drop off passengers. And so yeah, it actually works pretty good. And then that also means, apparently it was the same deal with the what do you call it? The metro part. So the metro part didn't work. I got the metro working. I'm gonna go underground here. Actually, let me do this. This will be better. Look at the transport hub. I've got the metro going in here, and now we've got... So there's a few people waiting for the red line, but look at all these people waiting for the green line to go through. I didn't necessarily expect that one or the other of these would be super heavy duty. I'm using this station, but the fact that there was nobody waiting here meant there was something weird. There's always going to be somebody that's just going to be the closest station for that wants to go somewhere. So the green red lines now are running through. I had to redo the lines one more time, but now they're there, and they work. So I can use this station as a hub for my metro network. It will be the hub of the spokes of the metro network as it gets bigger. And I'll also be able to add you know, point-to-point rail if I want to do that as well. So let's see. Next thing is traffic. I did a few changes here. The biggest thing you'll notice is probably this stretch of road here. This was, this tree line center. I changed it. This is a 6-lane plus bike lane with trees through here, and that was mainly because I wanted individual turn lanes, and I couldn't do that with the 4-lane road. So each of these lanes. Oops, sorry, trying to control the. Trying to control this. Come on. Control the stream system. Okay. So yeah, these have individual turn lanes. I also got rid of, there were some bus stops right here. I got rid of those because there's a bus stop right here. And all of the buses stopping along here were just backing up traffic because it would block traffic going through. So there may be bus stops further down the street, but at least as far as right here, anybody who wants to get on the bus has to come to the larger bus station, which I think makes sense. You don't necessarily want to have too many bus stops too close together. So that helped this section of traffic, but I still have some areas where it's backing up. One was this bridge right here. Why this of all things had a lot of traffic, and it's all, oh, you know what it is? It's people coming from the concert. I did get the concert going, so they're leaving here and they're coming from the concert. A lot of people do use the train stop here. 69 passengers were used. Nice. Oh, dropping frames again. Damn it. It's my. Oh, in that case, it was my. My upload speed dropped. Interesting. So yeah, it's largely busy just because people are using this to get back from the concert. I think this probably should get upgraded to an avenue now, because this is becoming kind of a major road as people go through here. Although it's not, it only really backs up like this when there is a concert. But I did get a sold-out concert, so now I can upgrade my concert venue to the final level. So let's do that, and yeah, so that expanded a little bit further, added lots more stuff, changed the stage. Looks nice. So now that can have 1,000 people, and popularity is all over 70 for these, and we made 21,000. So it's making quite a bit of money. I'm gonna change the color of this. There we go. Add a little color to this place. So yeah, we've got the fully upgraded festival area, and if this sells out, I will then add if this starts selling out regularly, I will add what is it called? It's another unique buildings. It is the Fan Zone Park. That can go along over here somewhere. I'm gonna probably put it on the side, but that lets you have overflow from this. But I don't think we had it sold out at 500 people. Hopefully we can wait till we sell out at 1,000. Let's see what else. Oh yes, so I was going to build a zoo. It's the beginnings of a zoo. So this area right here is going to be my zoo. In this kind of corner of the map, I guess you'd call it. It's not really a corner, but this strip of land. So I want to designate that the zoo. Come on. So I'm going into the water just because I know I'm going to add. I'm going to add the aquatic zone at some point. So let's do a road off of here. Alright, and then our zoo entrance. That's a zoo. Zoo main gate. There we go. That's the large one. Zoo souvenir shop, antelope enclosure, plaza, cafe, birdhouse, restrooms. Okay. Oh, moose and reindeer. Moose and squirrel. So now we need to run some zoo paths. And I want these to be, you know, you kind of don't want them to be too, you want to be a little bit sort of organic, I think, for this kind of thing, but there's not much I can do. So I'm going to leave this, actually leave this area flat because I want to build that plaza first thing. There, so we got the zoo plaza. Should move that a little bit so it matches up with the entryway a little bit better. So we'll do plaza, and then we'll do the this is the souvenir shop, and then the restrooms and the cafe along this area. Oh, we need to add water. We need water for our other exhibits as well, so might as well stretch that out. A little bit more path here. Oh, let's redo that with a little bit more curve to it, just to make it interesting to look at from above. So we'll do one there, and then we'll do one that kind of goes off like this. Now we need the birdhouse. And we'll do an antelope enclosure. And then the moose enclosure. How does this go? This one doesn't need to be on this. I think the moose enclosure actually has its own path built into it. So let's get rid of that. Oh, come on. Yeah, so the moose enclosure does have its own path built in. So let's extend the path so they match. And this will kind of stretch along this beach area here, so it's going to be kind of a long, narrow area. What do you want, kitty? She just wants to cause trouble. What? Well, are you going to stay on here, or are you going to jump? See the attitude I have to put up with? Okay, you can stay. So the other thing other things I want to do. Oop, no, this is what I want. Draw a fence around the zoo. Water line there. We'll extend this fence out probably more, but for now. Alright, there's the fence. What is going on with my CPU usage? Okay. Stream is just not happy today. It's the rain. It really uses up a lot of CPU. So I wish I could... Can I change the weather? Yeah. So I turned off rain for now, because it really does, like, drag things down. It's kind of cool to see it, but it does impact the game. Oh, I still got the thunder, no rain. And as Sweetwood Mac taught us, thunder only happens when it's raining. Okay, so we got the zoo going. I think that should be enough entertainment to get the... Yeah. So, Streamsville Zoo. So that's plenty of entertainment. We just got to get visitors through. So let's see. Oh yes. So the other thing I wanted to do was fill in some trees. Up the rush size, yeah. Some pine trees in here as well. Basically, I just don't want this to look quite so bare from a distance. Now, this will keep drawing past... And part of the reason I put the zoo along here is because this will draw tourists, which will then help feed these tourism specialization areas. Is that... Oh, no, it's the tree looks a little... Tree looks a little thin. There was something wrong with this plaza. Okay, so zoo, at least for now, zoo is good. Now what I need to do is start building my population up. And the easiest way for me to do that right now is just to basically rezone these low-density residential to high-density residential. So I'm going to grab the marquee tool. On all of these low-density areas. And we're going to rezone them as high-density. Nope, do an autosave. Okay, autosave is done. Now, I don't want you to be zoned yet, and I don't want these to be zoned. Where that came from. So that's going to get rid of those houses, and then they're going to rezone, or they'll rebuild, because there is quite a bit of demand for residential. You know what, I'm going to leave this area low density for now. But I am going to make this high density. Get that, and bing, bing, boom. We got a bunch of people all going to move out and be very upset with me, but then it will move in real fast. So yeah, see, there's already a high density residential buildings going back up in the place of these other ones because there is a huge demand for residential. So we've lost. Yeah, we're losing quite a bit of people. We lost already 2,000, but they're already filling back in. I don't know that it'll drop much below 24,000. It probably will, but some of these people will move into the new zones. All right, so now we just leave that be for a bit. We'll see what effect that has on our population. We were at, before we were at 1% unemployment rate, so we'll see how we're at. I think the demand for residential, that there were, I think there were excess jobs. Let me check. Yeah, so there were like 3,000, almost 3,000 jobs unavailable, or jobs available. That weren't going unfilled. And these are already growing and leveling up. Let's see. So our population is growing. The other thing I wanted to do was to continue this out across here, and I'm at this point where I think we may need to rethink the. I may need to rethink the highway interchanges here, just because I want room. I want to put in another interchange so that we can get this. Basically, I want to turn what is a 4-way interchange into a 5 interchange, so I can connect it this way and have this main road kind of go off and connect to the 4-way interchange, or even a 6-way and include the industrial area. So the question is, do I want to? There are some like 6-way stack interchanges that would accommodate that on the marketplace, but I think, not marketplace, but in the workshop. But I think I would probably be best making my own, and kind of building it from scratch. So we'll see how. All right, so demand for residential has plummeted. We still haven't quite recovered our population yet, but it will come up. I'm just not sure why it's. Maybe it's because demand. There's plenty of space, but it's just filling in. So people will fill back in, and we still have a demand for commercial. So I'm looking to see if we have any areas where our commercial has not been upgraded to high density. There is this tourism area that is still low density commercial. And then, yeah, so this strip here is still low density as well. So we can rezone this. Rezone this whole area high density. And then same for this. So that should build some more high density commercial, fill in some more jobs, and we're doing good on demand for industry or office space right now. So we're just gonna let that cook. We're back up to 25,000 people almost. We'll hit 26,000 again. And let's look at the traffic. 76%, and it has not spiked, significantly over here, even though we've added all these more people. Although technically we haven't added the people yet, so we'll see how that works out. Alright. This is still rough. One thing we can do to fix this is to let these cars go in. There we go. Actually clears that blockage a little bit. It then kind of catches it here, but that's all right. I just, you know, if a side road, even though this is technically the main road for the area, but if a side road gets kind of busy, that I'm okay with that as long as it's not slowing down this like an arterial road here. Oh, I got a train in the train station. So it was bringing passengers in, and yeah, you can see all of these, a lot of cars and people coming out of the train station as they, this does not need to be a stoplight at all. No reason for a stoplight there. This is back, alright, so where are we backing up here? We're backing up to this. This area, this entry to the city may have to become a roundabout. I was avoiding doing that, but I think it may warrant it. It just keeps backing up, unfortunately. But let's see. We're getting all these buses. We're getting private cars. What's happening here? So this probably could afford to be a larger roundabout. This could afford to be 3 lanes, and this could be afford to be a asymmetric 2-lane road, or even a 4-lane road, really. So let's do that. That will alleviate this a little bit. It's not a solution to the problem, but it will help somewhat. So let's upgrade this. Turn off road demolition. There we go. Because what I really want to do is, rather than demolish this, I just want to move the pillars once I've figured out where it's going to be. Come on. I hate when the damn Steam overlay pops up over something. There we go, and we can just slide this down a little bit. Okay, so now that's now 2 lanes in each direction, and then I want to upgrade this to a 3-lane roundabout. Make sure that it's still set for all the roundabout stuff. Yes. And that way we can have... Oh, what is it? Why is this set? This should not be a left turn lane. This should be a right turn lane and a left turn lane, and that's it. Okay. Well, no, actually, that's fine. It's moving. I was just watching private vehicles go around here, but I think that's actually okay. They're not going off this way. They're just going around the roundabout for some reason. Alright, so it's still backing up, but it is starting to clear now. But that was a train coming in to the station. It drops off. So the trains carry 240 people. So whenever and so far all the trains that I've had come in have been basically full up to 240 people coming into the city, which can either be, in this case, people immigrating to the city or tourists. Garbage has piled up. Okay, how's my garbage processing status? It's pretty good. It's just weird for this one. Okay, I'm not going to worry too much about it then. If you see one building with garbage piling up, that may just mean that there was something hit at a weird cycle, but yeah, at least there's 158, but I know more people came through there because you can tell by the traffic jam. Yeah, so that's sort of unblocked itself. I do still have traffic despawning off, so I know that they're not just going away. But I do think this may need to be, well, it's actually okay. The amount of traffic going through here is pretty small. We'll see if this needs to get upgraded to an avenue. But for now, it's okay. Um, 31,000 off that. So yeah, this is a nice steady supply of cash. My cash flow has been almost always positive. It just dropped down into the negative here, but it's been almost always positive for the last, you know, for quite a while now. So my bank is built up pretty good. I mean, 7.6 million, especially for a city this size, is a lot of money. So, oh, I want to see where that train is going and how many people it's transporting. So yeah, 117 people leaving on that, and we got some here as well. So what I figured out happened is you can't do the multi-platform station as the first station, and also the different outside connections, regardless of, you know, once you have a multi-platform station, the different outside connections want to connect to a particular platform within the station. I don't know why, but they want to do that. So I had to connect all. Part of it was the first station. The other part of it was what am I erroring now? Okay, it didn't connect. It wasn't connecting to the right platforms. So now it's working. So it serviced 904 passengers, which is up great from the 0 passengers it was before. I'm getting a lot fewer intercity buses as well, and I'm getting fewer bus riders, although there's still a lot of people waiting here. But you know, I'm getting a lot of fewer intercity buses, which makes sense. I mean, people are coming by train instead. But I still have the intercity bus terminal there. And then the nice thing is, anybody who wants to can, you know, go by car. They can go by bus once they've come to this station, and this is of course serving as a metro station as well, so it's kind of a one-stop shop, this area, which is what I wanted this zone to be, is the transit hub for the city. And one thing I will do that will probably help with the traffic as things go on is this. So one of the things that hurts traffic in this area, and as it's been killing traffic in general in the city, is the industrial trucks coming through. I've made it so that they are less likely to route through the city, but they still have this. We still have people making deliveries here, which blocks up traffic kind of in this whole area. So when I get my the next area unlocked and I build that intermodal, this will become just a local depot. So what will happen is I will have one here, and I will have one over in this intermodal, and a you know, what do they call it? The cargo stations. I will have a station here and a station over into the intermodal, and they will be connected by a track, and that'll be the only traffic on that track. And then what that will mean is then the other station, there will be another station that connects, or multiple stations possibly, that connect outside. It's the outside connections, and that will mean that trains coming in, anything that they want to, anything that's getting exported will no longer be routed through here. It will go by the much closer rail to get out of town, and then anything that's coming in, because this is no longer connected to the outside network, anything that was coming in will come into the intermodal. It will be unloaded, moved by truck to the other depot, and then it will be brought in here. That way, you know, the amount of, it keeps the amount of train traffic, you know, manageable as the industry grows, and will also keep the amount of trucks coming through here fairly small, because it's really only going to be the trucks from this area for the logging area exporting goods either from here or moving them over to the production area, or it will be any goods that are coming in that are being imported for the commercial zones. So it should reduce the traffic coming through here significantly, although it's not too bad right now. It's one of those things where it can get out of control if you're not careful with, I've had that happen in cities before where I basically ended up with a massive number of you know, trains coming through, and the trains would get jammed up, and the I literally would have trains backed up all the way out to into the map, and then you would also get, you know, just the massive traffic snarls. So traffic was not moving, so I wasn't exporting goods that way, and the trains weren't working, so I wasn't exporting goods that way. So it was costing a lot of money and causing all kinds of traffic problems. So that was the that was the impetus for that, and I actually built a very complex intermodal for a city that I had that it's about 200,000 people, which is a lot for City of Skylines. I'm not really showing it on, I've never showed it on the stream because it's it really crushes the computer to get to that level, but oh, 100% exporting, great. But, you know, it was basically, there were cargo depots at different industries, and there was also a few cargo depots dropping off for, you know, the commercial zones, and then they would all run to their matching depots in the intermodal, and then trucks would move around through there. So it kept traffic. There was obviously a lot of truck traffic within it, but it kept the overall truck traffic in the city very low, and therefore kept it, you know, kept it really manageable, and it was really easy to visualize where goods were going and things like that. Yeah, so there's more trains coming out. This really does, it backs up anytime a train comes through, but it is manageable. It's under control for now. And that just means people are coming into the city and they want to be here, which is good. Let's see, 27. So we've hit over where we were before. How many families are in here? 8 of 16 households. 8 of 9 households. 7 of 9 households. Under construction. 8 of 10 households. So there's still plenty of room for people to move in. Four of 5, 4 of 4, 9 of 10. As these level up, they get they can carry more households or carry more people. So I still have room to grow, and our growth rate is, yeah, pretty steady. Happiness overall is decent. Residential happiness is 83%. That could be better, for sure. Same thing with commercial happiness. It's really just a few people for residential are complaining. So that's not bad. But this is starting to look like, you know, I like the way the city looks. Let's see here. Now, what I was going to do was a road off here. I'm going to grab one of these. So this is going to be kind of roughly where I put that interchange. I took off road destruction so they actually went over each other, so I could lay that in. But I'm going to make this a bridge. So this should be... There we go. Change that back to normal. I don't know why it defaults to that, down setting, but we'll... There. Now I just need to do... One thing I do need to do is turn off these... cars go through the junction. And, no, I want no crossing. Oh, no. Ugh. I hope that wasn't recorded. Cat making a horrible Horrible stank. Ugh. Alright, there we go. Bridges, good. Let's see. Yeah. So now we can start filling in this segment here. That's extend out to about here. You know, I think before we get any further, this should be a roundabout. So I'm going to move this hospital. I'm actually going to use the move tool. I'm going to use the move it tool because I don't want to have to pay to move it twice. So this should now be do roundabout. Three-lane. 4-lane. Car and bus, no. There was a 3-lane. Oh, 3-lane road, bike lane. There we go. I think I might actually want to up the size on this one. 48. 56. Just because I have a feeling this is going to be a big interchange at some point. No. I don't want anything zoned on the roundabout. To be zoned next to the roundabout, that's fine, but I don't want anything actually on the roundabout itself. There we go. Yeah, that'll be good. What I could do is make, instead of doing a whole new interchange, I could make this a roundabout as well, and then that way I can have the all the different pieces come through. Yeah, I think that might make more sense. So if I connect, and I don't want it to be here because I want this. Okay, so let's get rid of this. We'll make these all come together in a four-way intersection, which will then turn into the roundabout. Need this. I question about whether this needs to be here, but well, I think it really, in fact, I'm going to leave that off until I put the roundabout, because I think a lot of what the traffic that was going through here was alleviated by this interchange. So let's just leave it off. Now this can be a roundabout. It doesn't need to be quite as big as the previous one. Let's do these a little bit. Now we've got, yeah. So now we've got that, and I can add this lane in. You can enter there if it wants to. Just make sure that we change this to a proper roundabout. High priority. So trucks are still having no problems. Gonna have no problems coming through. There's already a lot of traffic coming this way. Okay, so let's grab one of these. This one has no parking. Okay, now our regular pedestrian path through the middle here. And then some more commercial. More high density residential. Make sure there's water for that. There is. Okay. I will probably turn this into a underground road. Just to kind of clean this up a little bit, but this now gives us a way in and out, and then we can do some more. What I think I'm going to do is a some subdivision area, you know, where it's a little bit less dense, a little more interesting shapes as we fill in this part. But it's, you know, we're cooking here. It's definitely starting to take shape of what we want. Let's see how this zoo is doing. We're almost at enough visitors. Get to level 2. We can add some more attractions, which will attract more visitors, which will make our friends in the tourism industry happy. Okay, so there's now demand for offices, which I think this area here would make a good office park, since it's not, yeah, 2-lane road with turn and bike lane. Buffered bike lanes, middle turn, trees. Yeah. Since they won't mind being next to the industry so much. Do an office park in here. Just don't want to connect these roads because I don't want the industry to use them to go some, you know, to try and move their output. And then office. I need. Oh, my ore industry updated. Awesome. Level 4. Offices. Here we go. You know, I could do is make this an IT cluster. That does. All right, so fine. Just office specialization. IT cluster. Oh! My, alright, my zoo leveled up. So let's finish doing this and go check out the zoo. Fill in. Yeah, I want to use the. Anyway, I want to use the bucket tool for this. So I can be selective about where I fill these in. But I mean, that's already. I'm gonna do one other thing to make this. Make this more attractive for them, as well as throw in a plaza. Nope. And then we'll fill in some trees along here as well. Large wild conifer. Yeah, super size. Single. Why does it say no water? I just... Oh. I drew in the pipes, but I didn't connect them to anything. That should fix that. Yes? Yeah. Alright, now let's look at a room, what kind of room we can, or things we can fill in our zoo. So, let's see, what did I add? Bison enclosure and the insect. Insect, amphibian, and reptile house. And then I think we'll do the bison enclosure down here. Yeah, and this is another one where it has its own paths, so as long as I just drop this in. Let's grab a path now. There. So that should draw additional visitors. Let's see. Yeah, plenty of entertainment until the next level, so we just gotta let that thing bring in more visitors. And let's look at the ore extraction. Let's see. So I need both workers and I need both workers and actual materials produced. Or industry storage. What's this? Okay. Fiberglass plant. I think that was... No, that one I already had before. I think it was a car plant. My unique... Food factory, modular house factory, car factory. What is it? Oh, animal products, probably for, I guess, leather seats. Yeah, so that's going to be, again, that's something that we'll put in when we get the next city level, which is 32,000. Okay, so we're at 29 right now. Because I'm holding off on putting in these industries because I want to build this area here as an intermodal and industry area. So it'll have the storage, it will have the actual production buildings and all that stuff. But I need this tile to do it. because I want to connect to this rail line. I want to be able to connect to the highway easily and control all that. So right now I'm kind of limited by what I have available to me, but this is also this is fairly flat too, so it'll be a good place to build some storage and factories. Same thing for right here, because it's actually going to be this area, basically everything, because it will take up a lot of space. So it'll be kind of on this side of the highway all the way probably through to here, and I need access to this junction. Well, I probably could begin the construction. I also need a place to put in the highway interchange, which I want to do basically right on the line here. So that kind of limits me. These are areas that can also be upgraded. To high density. Because there is demand for residential areas again, which means there's people wanting to move in. Okay, so I also want to do a university, which I think this area here will be my university. And that's the other thing, is I want to build this highway interchange here. It will be a four-way interchange, so it'll be people going this way, one going this way for the industry, and then one going this way for the university. Although I guess university traffic is probably such that I could just use this off-ramp here to get started. Yeah, because the university really doesn't draw that many people, except if I'm going to have some stadiums, but I can put those stadiums in later. So, oh no, that's right. I wanted to get the actual research university. I also get eco water treatment plants, so that'll be nice. 29. How's my education looking? Elementary. Yeah, I don't have the libraries. I need to put in some more libraries. That would be a good thing to do. I'm waiting for some of this to happen. That's a public library. Yeah, so we'll give this zone a library. I can put it somewhere. Must be placed on roadside. Yeah, okay. And it doesn't like it because it is curved. Straighten that piece of road out a little bit. Enough to... There! We can get a library in there. This area definitely could use one. Do I want to use an existing area? Or do I want to put one in an existing area? I think that's probably a good idea, because otherwise it's going to be really offset. So is there room anywhere for... It's not currently occupied. Yeah, there we go. They don't care about a library because there's no residential people over there. And we'll put this on this section here, because that will eventually get filled in. We'll have like a subdivisions and stuff like that along here. And then I also wanted to extend this area out, so I didn't lose a few people because I bulldozed their house to build a library. Okay, fire department is there for that one. But yeah, that IT cluster filled in immediately. That's good. People wanted to go there. So we'll leave this as room for... Alright. So at this point, what I want to do is have... I want to have the commercial on here, but what I want to do is make room for the... what is going to be the subdivisions going to be here. So what I'm going to draw the roads in, even though nobody's going to be living here right now. Draw these roads in. That way, I don't run afoul of the when I go to put them in later. I won't have to demolish any of the commercial zones that I'm going to build here along these along these roads. So I'm being pretty kind of haphazard with how this is on it, because I'm honestly not that concerned with space efficiency at this point, because I'm gonna have access to more land here soon, and I also want to make these sort of interesting shapes. So we'll do a road through there. Connect back up to this main. Get one there. So yeah, there's a few through connections. You know what, let's connect these two as well. Yeah, that looks okay. Make this a loop. Yeah, so we'll fill that in with residential as the demand continues for it, but this strip all along this road, and then along here, this can be commercial. Oh boy, what's happening here? Damn, alright, well, what's backed up? That's backed up all the way to here. And this is backed up. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's all the people coming in. That's part of it. Okay. I think that will fix itself. It's like, wow, that can't, like, how can this all be so these are deliveries coming through, but like, let's see, look at these private vehicles. Yeah. Going to Sunnyside residence. These are exporting agriculture. Why are you exporting agriculture by going through the city? Oh, they're trying to get to the, they're trying to get here. I bet. So yeah, this is going to be a traffic nightmare for a while. I'm just going to close my eyes and, what's going on with this train? Where are you trying to go, buddy? Okay. Like, why is it stopped here? I've had problems with freight trains when there was excess freight, but never with passenger trains. I think it was just stuck for some reason. So we'll start filling in. I want to see what the traffic rate is. 40%. Oh, all right. We'll have to fix that. But I want to fill these in. So fill in along here as well. There. Got some commercial, and then we'll have some commercial in it as well. Just don't want it to be on the actual roundabout. Well, let's see here. Traffic is... It's actually getting better a little bit, question mark? Where is this? Why are you... Oh, it's because everybody's trying to turn left onto this street, which is then backed up going in a loop. So they're stuck in a loop, and we got trains coming in. Okay. It's all the people moving into the city. 35%. Yikes. 34%. This gridlock may be the worst I've ever had for the city. What's really funny is you'd think the people wanting to come through would move in here, because that is a lot of it, is they would come down through here or they would come this way. But apparently they've all decided they're going to come through the middle of the city. Why, I don't know. But this is going to cause all kinds of... It's going to cause all kinds of nastiness. So what can we do to alleviate this problem? I'm just watching the traffic move for a bit here. I want to see where everything's trying to go. It is a lot of people trying to turn left there. Now this is actually clearing slightly. That's weird. I wonder if it will fix itself. Wow, we are backed up. How far back are we? We're backed up to at least this bridge, and I bet towards the edge of the map, even. Yeah, and we're going to get a death spiral because people can't get in. Wow. That it's that combination of people leaving and coming in at once. It probably did us in. Well, that's backed up through to here. This is backed up. So where do all these people want to go? Because they aren't going this way. They're going this. They're going weird routes. So let's look. So let's forget pedestrians and cyclists and city services vehicles. So there's trucks. A lot of trucks going through. Going out this way. Okay, so those trucks are doing deliveries. Looks like a lot of just private vehicles. Yeah, we'll turn off public transport as well. There's a lot of private vehicles trying to get through. So I have a sneaking suspicion that that is people trying to come into the city. Well, let's see where these trucks are going. You know, these trucks are all terminating on here. So these are trucks making deliveries, it would appear. One thing I can do is probably increase the speed on... Alright, so this is causing all kinds of hassle as well. Let's see where they're trying to go. No. A lot of trucks kind of going here. A lot of trucks trying to get to the... yeah, not enough buyers. Well, of course, can't export. So there's a lot of trucks trying to get into this area, and a lot of trucks trying to get to the... Wow, it's all going through here, too. And where are these trucks going? They're coming... They're trying to... Wait. Are those trucks coming through here? Either they're coming into this area. Okay, so one thing we could do is these trucks need a alternative to get through. I wonder if I messed up. Yeah, I messed up the speed limit, I think. That made this less attractive. So let's see. Speed limit 65. Oh yeah. Okay. Hopefully that will make this more appealing. This can be 45. There's no reason that this section can't move through faster. This is a main road. And then we'll up the speed limit on this roundabout as well to 35. It is 25 is very slow for this large of a roundabout. So actually that should make people make the industry want to use this road more, hopefully. And take some load off of this interchange. It won't be completely, but it should improve it a little bit. Because now people can come out this way. Or trucks can come out this way. Man, I have not had this bad a gridlock in this city in quite a while. Ever, maybe. Alright. Okay, so I'm starting to see more trucks use this road. So that's good. Hopefully they'll actually, yeah. Actually make good use of it. Alright, so this is backing up because trucks can't get out through here. And it's just, all these trains are still bringing in more people too. I really did myself in here, didn't I? But we're gonna get 32,000 people. Yeah, trash pickup can't get through. They want to get through. They want to get into here. Yeah, there's not much I can do to alleviate this problem right now, and then kind of let it do its thing. Because I think, let's see where the traffic is at. 36%. I think it will eventually break up on its own. It is just a disaster right now. Is there anywhere... Wait, they're coming up here and they're trying to go this way? Is that right? Oh, this is nasty. Oh, this backup is actually starting to clear a little bit. How's this one doing? This one's clearing some as well. This is not backed up all the way that way. This, however, is still a mess. Well, there's really just nowhere for them to go either. Because they all want to go this way. If they wanted to go... the problem is there's some that want to go through, but there's nowhere for them to go. This is backed up. The ones that do want to go left, there's nowhere for them to go, and there's very few want to go right. So I was looking to see if a roundabout might help alleviate this right now, and I don't think it will. There's just nowhere for them to go. They just get stuck in a roundabout instead. So where's the worst of the traffic? It's this gridlock here, of course, and then it's the industrial area. And this is going all the way out here. Damn. What's worse is they won't take alternate routes. They just the traffic AI will force it to take less ideal routes, even if it's even if it gets them stuck in traffic, because it's like it goes by the fastest road. All right, so let's let this run for a while. Yeah, the warehouse is backing up, I know. I can't get goods to my... Okay, there's stuff moving. There is stuff moving. Well, I'm going to call that for today. I'm going to let this run and see if this eventually clears itself up. Whatever it does, I'll if it makes any changes, I'll do it from the do it on the stream. So, thanks for watching. Bye.